What's the deal with y'all? What's the deal with y'all? What's the deal? Hold on, let me pause this. No copyright. What's the deal with y'all, man? It's your boy Big Deal, and we back in the garage today. For those of you new to my channel, man, this is my 2010 Mustang GT. Yes, this is the new body style with the old 4.6 3 valve. It's not the 5.0, but it's okay, because for those of you that is new, this is not just a regular 3 valve. This got a built motor. Let me show y'all. We got a built motor, cams, shit, we got everything. We got the fuel system in the box. We got the supercharger. You know, we got a lot of stuff. But yeah, I've been doing some stuff off camera. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. But yeah, the goal for today is to mount the supercharger, get the intake on, start, you know, running the wire harness. You know, we getting down to the wire, man, so we just gotta keep working. But yeah, I was doing some work off camera. I'm gonna show y'all right now. So what I was doing, I was prepping the supercharger, getting the oil drain. You know, I fit it up. I'm not using the stock one that came with the kit. I made some AN lines. And then I had mounted the battery to the trunk. Look how clean that look, man. Y'all can't tell me that ain't clean. We got the terminals on there. We got it grounded to the chassis. We got our breaker switch, and then we got our amp. We got our amp for our subwoofer. You know, you gotta have the sub. But yeah, that's all working. I don't got no. Let me see. Flip the switch. Yeah, nothing. My battery is dead, but it's okay. We gotta get a new battery anyway. But we got the battery mount all bolted in. That ain't going nowhere. Let me show y'all how I routed it, man. So I took out the rear interior of the car. As you guys can see, no back seats. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna continue to run it like this. I might just leave it like this, but yeah. We got the battery running from there. It comes down and under the seats. I got it running under the trim, as you guys can see the red. Then it goes up under there, and then it comes out right here to the distribution post that I put. You know, I got the alternator wired up, and then I got the starter going down there. But yeah, all this wiring I did myself. It did not come like this, so yeah, your boy was really out here working. But yeah, that looked clean though. Like, come on now, y'all can't tell me that ain't clean. Okay, so we got our workbench all cleaned up. We got our high ram intake that we're gonna install, as long with our Vortex supercharger. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw the gaskets on, put the throttle body on, and then get it mounted to the car. And then after that, we're gonna keep on, you know, installing parts. We got our intercooler kit right here. I'm gonna go more into depth on where I got it from and, you know, what it comes with when it's time to install that. But yeah, let's get this installed. Alright, so we back. So let's go ahead and pull out the supercharger kit. This thing about to bust. Alrighty. Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see. So look, check it out. We got this intercooler kit from CX Racing. The original kit, I bought the Vortex kit off of the dude from Marketplace. I got a really good deal on it, but it was non-intercooled. I'm like, man, I'm not finna run, you know, a built motor and everything else with a non-intercooled kit. So I went ahead and bought an intercooler, or intercooler kit. So yeah, it come with all the, I don't know what you call these. I forget. I can't speak on it right now, but we got a bunch of these. We got the intercooler piping. And one thing about this kit, it is a bypass kit. It's not a blow through, but I converted mine to blow through. So this is a pipe that came in the kit. I just cut a hole in it, and then I had one of my friends weld a blow off valve bung to it. So now we have a blow through setup, and we're gonna get all the whoosh sounds. So that's cool right there. And I also had them weld a mass airflow sensor on one of the pipes, so we cool there, because the original kit doesn't have a slot. I guess the kit that you actually get from Vortex, you got to use their piping, but this one I just cut a hole in it and then had them weld one. So yeah, we got that. We got a whole bunch of intercooling piping. We got, I don't know if these V-bands are clamps, but it's one of them. We got a whole lot of clamps, more clamps, and these are the brackets to bolt the intercooler to the chassis. I'm pretty sure these are the bolts for it, so we're gonna have to figure out how to mount that. No instructions. I kind of expected that, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. Ooh! What you guys think? What you guys think? Is that good quality? I'm not sure. This is my first intercooler. I don't know nothing, but I think it looked good to me. What y'all think? I don't know if this is 3-core or what, but it's a pretty decent thickness. You know, welds is clean. I don't see nothing in plain sight that will, you know, affect this build. But yeah, this is the intercooler, so it look clean to me. So let's get this thing installed. 100. Got the camera set up, so now I'm gonna set up me a little table. I'm gonna set my raggedy portable workbench up. It's getting dark out here too, and I'm trying to barbecue in a minute, so let's see if we can get this done. That should be good. We don't need it extra high. Can y'all see me? All right, we got our tool table out. We got everything set up, I think. And I'm gonna keep it real, I don't know how to install this, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at a YouTube video and see if we can find something and so we can install this. So hold on, give me 1 minute.
The next day.
All right, y'all, so we got the intercooler on, and man, that thing's sitting nice and pretty. But yeah, we got the bracket bolted up. Everything is sturdy. We're not done bolting the bracket up yet, but let me show y'all. So we got this little side bracket, it going right here between those two bolts like I said earlier, and then you take this two bracket and you bolt it to each side to these brackets, and then these two bolts that come with the kit runs right down into the intercooler, as you guys can see. So yeah, so we got that bolted down, and now we got to put the rest of the little brackets on. So yeah, when we put those back on, I will go ahead and show y'all, you know, the progress we made. Alright, y'all, we just finished putting on the last clamp for the intercooler kit. Everything is ready to go, man. And man, look how good this looks. I low-key like how the blue and red, I thought it wouldn't go good together, but it low-key ties in together. But yeah, oh yeah, first off to mention, damn, I forgot to mention to y'all, for this intercooler piping right here that comes from the throttle body, from the kit that I bought from CX Racing, you're gonna have to plug this hole right here, and then you're gonna have to put like a little MPT fitting right there, because this kit is for a bypass, it's not for blow through. So to convert it to a blow through setup, so you can have a blow off valve and, you know, have all the cool noises, you gotta plug this off. You gotta plug this off. And I went ahead and welded my own blow off valve flange to the piping, and then I also had welded a mass airflow flange right there. So yeah, this kit, when you buy it from CX Racing, it doesn't come with none of that. This kit is supposed to be set up for a bypass setup. So yeah, but yeah, mounting this kit wasn't hard at first. Before I started doing it, I thought it was hard, but you know, as I started to go through the process, it really came out pretty easy. So yeah, all we got to do now is just put our blow off valve on, and that's gonna tie the kit together. So yeah, all right, y'all, so we got our blow off valve all taken apart, and man, I got this blow off valve from Alibaba, and I ain't gonna lie, this is pretty good quality if you ask me. But yeah, we're gonna test it out, see how it does. If it fails, then we'll just upgrade, no big deal. But yeah, we're going ahead, we're swapping out the spring right now, because with the centrifugal supercharger, you need the smallest spring you could get. So we got a 2-pound spring. I don't know what pressure spring this is that came with it, but you guys can tell the difference between the two. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this 2-pound spring and install it on the car. Alright, y'all, so we got the blow-off valve on, man, and I really like the red of this blow-off valve. It really, like, I don't know, it makes, like, I feel like to me, like, it makes all the colors pop. But yeah, blow-off valve is on there, so we're done with routing the intercooler piping. But we gotta somehow modify this coolant hose, because with the supercharger kit, it no longer fits in the stock location. So I don't know. We gotta cut the holes up and somehow make it fit to this thermostat housing. I think this is only for the 2009 to 2010 Mustang GTs. The 2006 to 2007, they got a different coolant crossover, so this only applies to 2009. But you know, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna figure it out. So let's go ahead and get the car off these jack stands. Man, this thing look good, man. Oh, love this shit. So look, man, it's your boy Big Deal and we back. Y'all can see I'm already dirty already. I've been in the garage all day, rolling around on the floor, getting some things buttoned up. If y'all haven't already seen my video, make sure y'all go check it out of us installing this Vortex supercharger onto the Mustang. But yeah, everything came out good. We was just buttoning damn, I cannot talk. We was just buttoning a little bit of stuff up on the car today. Your boy's already dirty, so I'm gonna let y'all see the raw footage of what it's like working on the whip. But yeah, so today we're gonna be focusing on installing our 4 Innovations fuel system. It is currently, what time is it? It is 7:37 right now, so I don't know how long it's gonna take us to install this. I never installed this before, so I think we just gonna work through the night and get this done. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on the tripod, and yeah, we're gonna start unboxing the fuel system. So let's go. All right, y'all. So we got everything laid out on the table, and one thing I could say, I'm very impressed on how everything was packaged. I wasn't missing nothing. Nothing came damaged. You know, I'm very impressed. So yeah. We got the F2i controller, including all the gauges to wire it. We got our Dash 8 stainless steel line. This is good with gasoline and E85. We got our fuel rails. We got our F2i fuel pressure regulator. We got our regulator gauge. We got an 88mm fuel filter. And we got a dual pump. I went with 274 pumps, so that's good enough. That's more than enough fuel for what this car is going to make. And we got all our fittings, and it's labeled, so we know where everything goes. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. We got a pamphlet of directions and everything in here, so let's go through this and see what we got. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start with is installing the fuel rails and getting the injectors on, including the fittings. But first we're gonna follow this diagram. So our diagram is set up for our fuel pressure regulator to go on a return line. Most people put their fuel pressure regulator on the feed line. Now I heard the fuel pressure regulator is good to mount posts on the return line, and that's better for turbo or centrifugal blower setups. I haven't did my research on why. You know, the only thing I could say is maybe because, you know, you want the full pressure going straight into the line, and then you want to regulate it after. I'm not sure. I got to do my research on it, so don't quote me on none of that. But we're just gonna follow the diagram and put our regulator on our return line. So yeah, let's get to installing these fuel rails. Alright, so we got the injectors installed. Everything is ready to go. So I forgot to mention, y'all, so if any of you guys have this high ram intake, I know they sell, different companies sell the same kind of intake, but I got this one from Summer Racing, and it comes with these spacers to mount the fuel injectors. And when I got it, the 4 Innovations fuel rails wouldn't fit on the original intake. So after talking to a couple people who already did this, they recommended me getting these M6 by 90mm bolts and some washers. So this will allow us to fit these fuel rails onto our high ram intake. So yeah, so let's go ahead and put these fuel rails onto the car. Y'all, so we got the fuel rails on. I went ahead and put their OEM fuel pressure sensor on there, including the vacuum lines, so that's all looking clean. We got the injectors in there. Everything is secure, ain't nothing going nowhere, man. Got that side, everything is looking good, man. I'm really excited. So we got the fuel rails in. I think next we're gonna go ahead and route our fuel pressure regulator. I'm thinking of routing the fuel pressure regulator somewhere in this area. So yeah, the return line is gonna come off the fuel rail. Then I'm gonna run it to the regulator right here. Then after that, it's gonna go back, and then I'm gonna route the fuel lines under the car. But yeah, I just want to get the fuel rails and the regulator all routed up so I can have an idea on where my lines is gonna go and the length I should make them. So yeah. Alright y'all, it's a new day. We didn't get to finish the fuel system in the last clip y'all seen, but I'm gonna catch y'all up to where we are right now. So look, check it out. So right now, you already know we got the fuel lines in, the injectors are in, everything is cool right there. And I went ahead and installed the fuel pressure regulator. So that was easy. All we did was put the fittings on, tighten it down, put our vacuum line on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I went ahead and put the gauge onto the fuel pressure regulator. I was gonna put it on the actual rail, but I went ahead and put my digital sensor right here, so I'm gonna have one inside the car, and then I got one on the gauge also. So yeah, all I did was run some nuts and bolts through the I guess what is it, the firewall. But yeah, I just ran some nuts and bolts there, and they're secure, so yeah, that ain't going nowhere. So yeah, fuel pressure regulator is installed, so we're gonna focus on installing the fuel pump next. So yeah, we gotta install the fuel pump. And I think we got some old 89. Let me see. But yeah, we got like a quarter of a tank, so we definitely need to drain that out. I think last time I put 89 in this thing. So, and we got first we're gonna tune on 91, then we're gonna tune on E85. So that 89 is old, so obviously we gotta drain that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the fuel pump housing out, and yeah, we're gonna start draining. Alright y'all, so all the fuel is drained out. I don't know if y'all can see up in there, but all the fuel is drained. I got about what? No cap? I got about like 4 gallons up in here. This is going right up in the bucket. Yep, still good. 89. This is about a year old. It's still solid. But yeah, fuel is out. So now we're gonna start wiring up our fuel pump and getting that dropped in. Alright y'all, so we got the fuel pump laid out. And I forgot to mention, the stock 2010 Mustang GT, the stock fuel level sender is not going to work with the 4 Innovations dual pump. So you need to go ahead and purchase the 2010 GT500 fuel level sender. I got this on Rock Auto. I'll probably put the link in the description. But yeah, so from the looks of it, with this metal piece, is not going to fit on here. So I'm pretty sure we got to take this white part off and then just stick it on the bracket that's on the fuel pump. So yeah, all we're doing is plugging the yellow wire off the fuel pump into the yellow wire off the fuel level sender. This yellow wire came off the fuel sender, and this yellow wire comes off the fuel pump. All you do is plug it into each other, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, as you guys can see, the stock fuel pump, there's no way this is gonna work. So yeah, this is the 4 Innovations. So we're gonna take this white piece off, like I said, right here, this white piece off, and then we're gonna go ahead and stick it in these grooves. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got the fuel level sender in. Everything is snapped in, that's not coming out. And yeah, this should work like OEM. So we got the wire. All we're gonna do is heat shrink this down. And yeah, we're gonna probably tie this off so it's not hanging all over the place. And yeah, that's about it. Alright y'all, check it out. So we got the fuel level senders wired up. So let me show y'all. So from the fuel hat wire harness that connects to the OEM fuel hat, I clipped the stock clip off of it. You don't really need this no more. But I spliced into the green wire with the blue stripe goes into the black wire, which is the ground, and then the yellow wire with the purple stripe goes into the yellow wire. And I'm pretty sure this the yellow is the hot wire and the black is the ground wire. So yeah, I don't know, at least this is at least for the 2010. I know for 05 through 07 it may be a different wiring color. So I'll put the diagram that I referenced on the screen, so that'll help you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just tap into the ground and you tap into the hot wire. So I don't know if it works right now, so I got to put some fuel in the tank and see if it works. But when I do that, I'll let you guys know. But all right y'all, so we're back. So look, I went ahead and ran the fuel lines, and I got the return and feed lines all mounted up, and I went ahead and wired the pump, so that's all wired up. And I'll show you guys how to wire that in a minute. But yeah, got the feed line coming out from under the car. It goes into the driver's side rail.
Behind the intake, we got another fuel line that's connected to the back of each fuel rail. Driver side fuel rail feeds the passenger side from the back, and then it comes out right here into the fuel pressure regulator. And then I got the return line at the bottom of the regulator, and then it runs back under the car. So that's all good. Real easy to run, just a little bit tedious trying to get the lines fitted together with the AN fittings and stuff like that. Obviously it was a little difficult for me because it's my first time, but we got it done. All right, so look, so we got the FC2 controller wired up. It's 2 power wires, 2 ground wires for the pumps, and then it's obviously a hot wire and a ground wire to power the controller. And then we got a remote wire that you guys can see right here in my hand. We got a remote wire, and this wire is supposed to splice into a 12-volt switch source. And I got that source from my fuel pump driver module, so meaning when I flip the key on, the fuel pump's prime. So I just got the remote wire from the FC2 controller, and I spliced it into this purple wire from the fuel pump driver module. So yeah, I got that done. And now that I'm looking at everything wired up, it's a clutter fest, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these wires. I'm not really rocking with it no more, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up. But yeah, got the fuel pumps wired, so we're gonna see if those even prime. So yeah, as a matter of fact, I forgot to show y'all. Last night I was in the garage cooking up, man, and we went ahead and got all the gauges wired up, man. So yeah, let me see the keys, see if these gauges, no, I know they do work because I tested them last night, but let me show y'all. So yeah, we got the key. Woo! Look at that, man. So we got the boost gauge, oil pressure, we got our wide band, and we got our fuel pressure. We got a little bit of gas in the tank, so obviously we getting fuel pressure, so that means everything is good. You guys hear the fuel pumps priming. Let me be quiet. So yeah, man, we got the fuel pumps priming, 44 PSI of fuel pressure, so that's good. So yeah, everything is working there, man. So I can't think of too much that we got to do right now. We got the fuel pumps in. Obviously, we just seen them come on, so they prime. We got to fix a little bit of wiring, but that's nothing too major. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think. But yeah, I can't think of too much that we got to do now other than, shit, wash the car because it's dirty as hell. But yeah, man, pretty much this is going to be it. I mean, got the fuel pumps ran, like I said, fuel lines, everything is cool. So all we got to do is start the car now and cross our fingers that hopefully all the work that we did is going to pay off. I'm very confident that it is, so, you know, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video because we will be starting up this car, man. So right after this video, you know, I'm going to start prepping everything up that we need to do to start the car, getting the extra gas in the tank, you know, things like that. Make sure y'all turn your post notifications on, like and subscribe, man. Big deal, and we out. Yo.